I want to tell you about something you've been missing that you probably haven't been able to name yet. Not her laugh, not the sound of her in the next room, not even her presence in the house, although all of those are real and they matter deeply. I want to go somewhere more specific than that. She knew what you meant before you finished the sentence. She knew which silence was the kind that needed space and which was the kind that needed her to move closer. She knew which face you made when you were actually fine and which one you made when you were using the word fine to mean something else entirely. She had been paying that kind of attention for years, and you had been letting her. That is what being truly heard feels like. And it is one of the most specific and irreplaceable things a marriage builds over time. Most men who lost their wives are grieving this every single day. They just haven't been able to name it because nobody tells you this is one of the losses. They talk about the big things, the milestones, the firsts without her, the empty chair. But this one lives in the ordinary moments, the conversation where someone listened to every word and still somehow missed the whole thing. The moment you realized midway through that you were going to have to explain yourself, and with her, you never had to. Have you ever finished a conversation with someone who means well and felt more alone than before it started? Have you ever found yourself not bringing certain things up anymore? Not because they stopped mattering, but because the experience of not being heard hurt more than staying quiet? Have you ever realized that what you miss isn't just her? It's a particular quality of attention that took years to build. That is the grief underneath the grief, and it is real. Here's the truth that changes everything about this season. You cannot replace that kind of hearing by finding someone new to talk to. It was not built through proximity. It was built through thousands of days of her choosing to pay attention and you learning to let yourself be seen. Both of those things take time to rebuild. And the first place they get rebuilt is not in a new relationship. It is inside yourself. A man who has spent months telling himself that his inner life is not worth that kind of attention cannot receive it when it is offered. The capacity to be truly heard has to be rebuilt from the inside first. That means learning to hear yourself the way she heard you, not to fix what you find, not to manage it or turn it into a plan, just to sit with it, to say, this is what is true for me right now. And let that be enough without immediately arguing against it. It will feel strange. It will feel like too much. Do it anyway. Because the man who learns to hear himself is the man who eventually becomes capable of being known at that level again. That is the foundation. That is where it starts. I write about this and what actually helped in my book, Rewrite the Story. It's linked right below this video if you want to go deeper. I'm Ron, Simplified Myers, your uplifting life partner. Come walk with me at simplifieduplifters.com. And most important, remember, you are extraordinary.